Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Mountain Cup with a very nice team, pretty fast paced, and it requires a lot of pressure with the fast attacks. All those Pokemon are gonna be Shadow, which is a pretty nice element for this team's success, and of course you got the Water Gun from your Lapras, the Firefangs at the backline. You might see that I have only Surf on my Lapras, while I'm showcasing here that I have also Skull Bass. Well, I do not have Skull Bass. I'm just gonna put there just in case you want to unlock a second move, but I think that even with Surf you're gonna do a lot of work, so you do not have to spend more resources on that Pokemon. So at this point, Mawile able to land the player up for the knockout against the Steel type, and they have at the back the Froslass. So yeah, every single battle will be like this. You want to bait out that counter, that Diggersby, that Marstorm, whatever they might have at the back, so that then you can finish it off with your Lapras and the other two Pokemon can handle the Steel types or the Froslass. So at this point they have a Mud Bomb, and you know what, we're Shadow, we're still taking more damage than usual, but still the first one does less than 50%, which gives me some time to think, and I believe that we can definitely survive the second one. We can pressure a lot here, and at this point it seems like they're gonna overfarm, not sure though, able to reach to the Surf, and they decide to take it. So down they go. They got the Escavalier and the Gliscor. This team works pretty nicely against Gliscor as well, which is pretty neat. And of course against the Escavalier you got a very nice fiery backline. Of course this fiery backline is gonna be pseudo because no fire types at all, just the Firefangs. Still you're gonna see that the Shadow Hippowdon is gonna do a lot of work against the enemy. I do not like Earth Power, but I believe that double pressuring moves with Body Slams and Weather Balls are just gonna get you there, and of course now we're just gonna burn them down because they got an Escavalier, and of course the Mawile is up with the shield and they stand no chance at all. Froslass in the next one. This is the pick that we want to see. We're just gonna get out there Froslass hunting trainers, and they have now on the switch the Empoleon. Sad news is that we cannot switch, but good news is that we still have two Pokemon in the back that can handle any ice type at all, so we have to stay in against Empoleon. Empoleon is basically a core breaker for this line, but still you can see that it's a soft one. We can still pressure with our moves while they need a lot of waterfalls, 5 in total, in order to reach the move, and taking advantage of that scenario we're just gonna farm them down at this point with my Mawile. They got a Lucario as well at the back. Look at how much they get burned with my Firefangs. Let's see though, can we send the damage? Of course we can, and the power up now for some cheap damage, and right now I think it is time to reveal my ace, and that's gonna be the Hippowdon. So with two shields they know that not gonna fire off a move, we're just gonna farm all the way. Lapras against the Gliscor, pretty solid lead this time. Let's see if we can get ahead of them because they have on the switch the Lucario, and look at how fast we can burn them down. Of course we have to respect the Shadow Ball, so that's why I'm burning a shield here. So let's see now how they want to respond, because to be honest I'm expecting the Gliscor to return. So here it is, and now we're gonna get to those Body Slams. So I do not like Earth Power, as I have already said, because it is more energy efficient, while against the ice types, against the Froslass, you might want to have Weather Ball and of course Body Slam for any other neutral threat, and they both charge up at the same time. While Earth Power needs a little bit more of Firefangs, and from a Shadow Hippowdon sometimes you will never even reach there. So they have now the return of the Empoleon, and you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and pressure a lot with my moves. However, it seems like it's all up to my Mawile. Let's see what they have at the back. I'm pretty comfortable by shielding here, and it all depends now on the final Pokemon, which is, yeah, the Gliscor. So they had no HP at all, and that's why I shielded them. I was pretty comfortable that I could win. They had to reach to the Earthquake, and they were almost energy dry. Oh yeah, this battle. So they have a Whiscash upon the lead, pretty solid lead as you might guess, and then I stay in against the Mawile. The mistake that I did here is that I did not throw my energy. I had to throw the energy, try to provoke a shield out of them, because now they have the Whiscash, and guess what? It is gonna be a water gun. So Whiscash with Mud Shot is a very good one for my Hippowdon, but with water gun we cannot handle the damage, so they can farm down with ease. Now we're gonna get to the Surf for big damage against them, and I think we can stay in. However, they have the Ferrothorn. I made a mistake there going super early with my Lapras, and now it's all up to the Mawile. Are they gonna throw the Power Whip? Yes they are. So at this point we might be able to farm down, but I'm seeing that they have the 4th bullet seed up ahead of them, so I have to fire off the move and avoid that extra damage. So those water guns are still at gambit damage, and it is getting pretty tricky for my Mawile. However, we still got the power up punch, and now it's a race to who can reach to the next move. So let's see together, trainers, because we're getting super close, but at the final fire fang we're just gonna get destroyed by this mud bomb and the water gun of Whiscash. So that is not troll at all. I have seen a bunch of those water gun Whiskashes, and to be honest, it's pretty troublesome for my team. Into the next one now. And Quagsire up on the lead, pretty troublesome as well, especially with the Stone Edge, and the crowd typing is gonna help against the backline. So I cannot switch out yet, especially with 2 Pokemon having Fire Fang at the back while they are part water as well. So yeah, definitely a very nice core breaker for my line. So we have to pressure now with those serves. Hopefully they take the first while I want to bank for second one for the end game, and now I can reach to the Weather Ball for big damage on the Froslass. Down they go. Perhaps they did not expect that, and let's see how they want to respond to that. Unfortunately though, they have a camera, and I'm just gonna reach now to my Weather Ball. So this is gonna be neutral damage, and to be honest, I was trying to pressure for one more, but they know better, and they're gonna reach to the Earth Power to finish me off. I go, and at this point I have to bring my Mawile, I believe, into play. All I have to do is to block the next move and try to get that shield out of the way with my power up punch, because they are still getting a lot of damage even though my fire fangs are single resisted. So here comes the shield out of the way, and now we can go with the serve, which was banked at the right time. Quagsire returns, but those mud shots are never gonna be enough, and we're gonna grab this very fast victory. The next one with the Froslass up on the lead. Once again, we like Froslass with this line, so we're just gonna keep it in mind, and we have now the serves that will connect for big damage. However, they managed to catch on the Lapras of their own, and you know what, I'm just gonna stay in. Let's see how they want to respond to that, and I will charge up a lot of energy, but still, that was definitely a very bad one. But they end up blocking. Did they block? I think they did, which is pretty neat for me. They have the Skull Blast now. Gonna charge up to a serve once again, and now I have to respect the damage from their own serve since my Lapras is out of the way, and I will have that energy for the game. Mawile now is a bit farm down. We know that they have the Froslass, so even with Mawile out of the picture, I believe that my Hippodon can still have a very nice job against the Froslass with the shield up. Gonna block anything, just gonna let it go through. We can still survive one fire punch, pretty impressive, but I think they did a great over there, so that was a pretty cool undercharge. So at this point I'm just gonna go in with my Hippo, because I know that even an Earthquake can be taken. They have the return of the Froslass, which has energy, so I'd rather take an Earthquake rather than an Avalanche, and at this point I can reach to the Weather Ball for big damage on the Froslass. They decide to block, but we still have our serve, which can connect for lethal damage against the Froslass. Biggest we can farm it down, but still we can do the return of the favor with my Fire Fangs. Pretty solid lead in the next one on the mirror, but they decide to switch out to the Escavalier, and guess what? My Hippodon not only can completely farm down, but also can tank one Drill Run. However, they end up going for the Acid Spray. You know what? That was smart, but I was not gonna shield anyways, because I know I can survive one. So against Lapras, here is another good scenario for your Weather Ball that can connect for super effective damage, and that's pretty neat because we took a shield out of that Pokemon, and now our Mawile has to remain for the end game with 2 shields, so they end up going for the bait here, which is pretty cool for me, and I'm just gonna return the favor with another serve. They're just gonna take it. You know what, I did not want them to shield anyways, because I need to do as much damage as I can back to that Lapras, and I'm seeing the switch, gonna counter switch them with my Fire Fangs. Look at how easy it is for the Mawile to finish off the Lucario and of course the Lapras right after, so they have no chance at all. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having the Digger up on the lead. This is looking like a promising link for us. They have the Stunfisk on the switch, and I'm gonna go with a very late switch into my Hippodon. So yeah, that is pretty tricky because the Earthquake is still gonna hurt, but they cannot farm down on time. I should have gone here for that Body Slam because Weather Ball is double resisted, but still we can farm a little bit extra over here because they can definitely not farm us down. However, it was a very close close call, but with those bad IVs, we are happy to survive those mud shots. Now Diggersby returns and we cannot throw, so down we go. My Surf now might connect for big damage and they decide to take it, which is pretty neat, so it's all up to their final Pokemon. I know that even an Earthquake can be taken at that point, so I'm not gonna risk it just in case they go for a Fire Punch, just gonna take it and then keep pressuring with the Surf. Let's get now the switch on my Mawile. They have the Froslass and that is gonna wrap things up for my ending on an amazing fast-paced video. Thank you for watching, trainers. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and if you want to support even more, well, joining as a member can always help with that matter. Thank you once again and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.